Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Evelina and I am your Celestial Catalyst. So for this reading, we'll be exploring the energy vibes for August. Please be mindful that these are general readings, so if it doesn't apply, just simply let it fly. So I have 4 piles here. I will be providing a close-up of each of them. And if you don't need that, there's timestamps below. You can just jump straight into your reading. So I'm going to start off with Nuumite. So that's Nuumite. Let's get a good look. There's Celestite. There's Rhodonite. And pink Sapphire. Alright guys, just a reminder, timestamps are below, and thank you so much, and I'll see you at your reading. Bye guys. Hello Pile 1, if you chose the Nuumite, you're in the right place, so let's get started. So, to start off, Nuumite. I actually have, I was able to find a Nuumite crystal here. Just make sure you guys can see that. There you go. So I have the Nuumite here, an actual one. Okay, so Nuumite. So this crystal talks about achievement, mastery, inner power, recovering like a sense of self. It kind of has like an elder teacher energy to it, where it encourages you to move forward even when things are a little slow. It's like this practice makes perfect. It's a very nurturing energy. It's also about embracing the neglected pieces of ourselves. So it's just a very warm energy. It's almost like when you feel like all is lost, it's almost like give yourself credit to how far you've come. So it's a really nice energy, this one. So let's take a look at your other cards. I'm going to leave this here just to get more energy off of it. Okay, so the first card is the 8 of Swords reversed. Then we have the Death card. Okay. And then we have the Hierophant. Okay. So I'm going to keep going here. Let's make sure I have all the space. Then we have the Blood card, the Mentor, it's coming up again, okay? Then we have this here, okay, Regeneration, and then we have number 17 here, okay. Let me just make sure this is all being shown here. Perfect, okay, so I find it really interesting for the month of August that you have a mentor coming up several times. The Nuumite, it has that sort of mentor teacher energy. Then you have the mentor here, the Hierophant. That's a teacher. It's about lessons. And here it kind of shows like somebody reading a book to a child, so it's like story time for children, and it's usually like a teacher reading a book. So there's a lot of lessons coming in for the month of August. But I'm gonna start with the 8 of Swords reversed and just kind of move through it. So for the 8 of Swords reversed, I really feel like there's this moment where I can't speak, like I'm feeling helpless, like it's kind of like a victimization energy. Swords are, and it's funny because there's a sword here. I just noticed that. Swords are our thoughts, and I feel like with this 8 of Swords energy, there may have been, or maybe there currently is, this kind of victim mentality based on your stories and your experiences. And I really feel like there's going to be a huge lesson coming in, and just a complete 180 away from this sort of energy. Especially with the Death card and the Hierophant. This is lessons This is rebirth through lessons. This is very intense energy, but it's not something that you can't handle. It's something that you actually require to move forward with whatever this new beginning is. With the there's this newfound awareness, I feel, and this initiation of some sort of progress, and it's definitely going to level you up and move you up in a way of thoughts and some sort of how you feel. This could also be an upgrade in spiritual energy, in sort of spirituality. This could also, I'm getting this feeling of training, education with all of this mentor energy, expanding your knowledge, expansion of consciousness, bringing in this like new sense of being, a new perspective, a higher perspective, maybe uncovering some sort of gifts, especially with the Death card being associated with Scorpio. So something in the spiritual realm, being able to connect to source a little bit easier. And I feel like it's really going to help you in your progression. I keep getting this feeling, I can't help but look at all the, like the red here, like the red here, here, and in the regeneration card as well. I'm getting this feeling of like a circulatory system. Also with the Hierophant here, I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's like it's almost like something was mended. Maybe there's a surgery, something to do with blood, something to do with heart. This could also be almost like, I feel like clearing up clots, or there's some sort of clogging and it's being cleared up. Because blood is considered like life's resin. It's part of your vitality. It nourishes your body. It transports oxygen, nutrients, like your natural defenders. Your white blood cells are there to protect you. Then you have like your natural sutures. So it's like your platelets. When you cut yourself, it starts to stop the bleeding. So I kind of feel like you are gaining this natural defense system, or you're building up your natural defense system by gaining some sort of knowledge or experience through this source. Especially with like all these teachers, my God. So lots of lessons, definitely a lot of lessons. And with this, like here I kind of feel like it's a story. I almost want to put this card over here. Actually, a mentor. Because this is your mentor. And I feel with this, there's like a story going on this way. So there's a story about, so when we think of a story, we think about what is a story. It can be a book with chapters, or maybe like a picture book. In this case, it's a teacher reading something to a student, like a young student. And a lot of the stories have some sort of life lessons. And I kind of feel like maybe this isn't like a physical teacher. It could be like connecting with your spirit guides. It could be connecting with source or whatever. There's maybe something through dreams. Could be coming in to teach you a lesson. And I don't mean to say like teach you a lesson in a bad way. I think it's something progressive. So when you think of reading a story, you always flip the page, you always move forward to see what the next thing is. And I really feel like that's the kind of energy that's coming through with August, is staying in the present and keep moving forward. You don't want to read the story backwards, because it's already something that it's almost like you already understand what's going on in the story, and you don't want to go backwards. You kind of want to move forward, right? It's almost like whatever this energy was in the Eight of Swords, it was almost like it was in the last chapter. This is a whole new chapter. So we want to move forward. especially with these swords, with these thoughts here. It's almost like, especially with this one, it's like a story. It's a story of regeneration. It's a story of like, of perseverance, of coming. It's like an overcoming of something, and I feel like this is the energy that's being overcome. And I almost feel like this could be a two-sided story. So this could either be you winning, overcoming whatever this energy is, or this could be the energy overcoming you. And it's almost like, which way do you want to see this? Like, if you're currently looking at this, watching this reading, and you're seeing, and you're kind of getting a sense of like, man, this is where I am. It's almost like, is that where you really want to be? Or do you want to be the person that's on top of their game and just, you know, ready to go ahead with it, right? I really feel like there's a link between the mistakes, and it's almost like it's bringing back your life force by gaining this kind of understanding through. This could even be reading a book, and it's almost something that connects to your inner child, or something that you're not aware of. It could be something that's triggering for you, and you use this energy to activate this inner power and recover from whatever has been holding you back. You could be having issue with your throat chakra, connecting your throat and your heart, meaning what you say what you mean, that kind of energy. So I really feel that's that could be something as well, if that resonates. But yeah, there's this regeneration and death. This means exactly the same. It's like a rebirth, where there was this situation that kind of like just completely wasn't working. It was decimated, and it's almost like, see, if you look at this card here, I'm gonna bring it nice and forward here. There's greenery coming in here, even though there's still some resin from like a fire, for example, some resonating fire. There's still this growth. There's still like this ability to kind of persevere through something and you know, regenerate yourself into something stronger, using what's around you, what is left over around you from that situation, to grow yourself and to use it as nutrients. So it's almost like a restoring of your nutrients. So there's like a change in vitality. Maybe it's giving yourself additional nutrients so you can have this sort of power to overcome something that really, it's almost like it stopped you from speaking your truth. Very, very important things. Okay, Pile 1, thank you so much for listening. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I wish you all the best in August. Take care. Bye. Hello, Pile 2. If you chose the Celestite, you're in the right place. So I actually have a Celestite crystal. I can just show you. So this is Celestite. Really beautiful. Okay, so Celestite is best used for a focus point of meditation, mindfulness, prayer. I find that it helps you clearly channel or clear your channels, so to allow for communication with your guides or your passed on loved ones even. I really feel with the Celestite, it's about having clear communication. Something needs to have clear communication, clear channels, or to clear channels in order for there to be clear communication regarding that. I really feel this presence of having a clear communication gives you some sort of like protection. Like I feel like this aura of protection around you. To clear attachments, to focus on motives, I feel. It's just connecting you to source, and almost like grounding you in your own to your actual natural state, to gain that level-headedness. I'm kind of getting that sort of sense. But let's get to the cards actually, just so we can go a little bit further. Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands. Let me just move these flowers a little bit. There we go. So Seven of Wands. We have the Nine of Cups. And we also have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so straight through, I'm getting the sense of, with the Seven of Wands, there's this protection. There's like this maybe setting boundaries, be leveling up, or being like, it's almost like I'm at a different level. I'm not going to participate in whatever's going on down here. It's just like, you guys can say what you want to say. I'm on an, like, it's almost like a leveling up experience, or a glow up or something like that. Something that will help you emotionally quite a bit. And it's just going to help you. Wow, Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Queen of Pentacles, she is the epitome of being grounded. She knows who she is. She closes her eyes and it's just like, you know what, this is me. This is how I am. Very comfortable, I get a very comfortable feeling within herself, within her surroundings. She's in her element. Just like here, it's the same kind of like side, looking to the side, looking away. Just like, I'm not gonna let something bother me. So then we have number 3 here. Okay, put that there. We got 5. Okay, I'm kind of seeing what's going on here. Milk and honey reversed. Okay. And then we have arrows. And then we have also the sap of the moon planet. Okay, so the moon talks about emotions. I'm just going to double check, make sure everything is in line here. Yeah, beautiful. Okay. So, yes, most definitely. Especially with this Queen of Pentacles, there's some sort of energy around you where you're being very divinely protected. Seven of Wands and the Celestite as well. And that's because you're maintaining yourself in yourself in this sort of situation. I'm getting this feeling of, you know, your worth, and you're gonna be above that. Especially with the meditation, like Celestite is actually very good for meditation, mindfulness, what I was mentioning. So I kind of feel like whatever this is, there's a sense of keep calm and it will pass. It's like this whole new sense of worth. It's like this whole sense of renewal. It's almost like, I don't want to be part of this anymore. With these other cards here, I kind of get a sense of someone coming in or introducing somebody. I'm going to use this as an example because this is kind of what I'm getting. It's introducing someone new to the group, and I feel like there's like a karma with this person, linked karma. It's almost like you maybe, okay, this may not be the exact situation, but I'm getting the feeling of like bringing someone into a group of people, for example, and you're the one who's bringing this person into the group, and it's almost like I feel like the other people, because she or he, this person is so different that it's almost like there's this false sense of security given for them. They don't quite fit in, and you're kind of like sitting back and kind of watching this happen. Maybe these other people are just like, who is this? Like, is this a joke kind of a thing? I kind of get that sense, that feeling. And I feel like maybe this has happened before. And I feel like the karma is giving you perspective on how it feels to be on that receiving end. You kind of see the outside perspective of how things, maybe how you may have acted, or maybe the person that's maybe doing this to you, maybe they get this perspective of how they acted towards people. Maybe they see it happening, and it's kind of like, wow, this doesn't look good. This doesn't feel good. This isn't really what I want to come off as. You know what I mean? It's you being your own person. It's being your own. It's almost like taking charge of the situation and just be like, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to be part of this. Because I feel like whatever this is, or whoever this is, there's a very deep connection with this person. And they really mean a lot to you. It's almost like they maybe feel like they're more on a spiritual path, and you're bringing in spirituality to yourself, and just like, you know what, why don't you come meet my other friends, and you try and bring them in, and maybe they're not quite ready, so they rejected this person. But it's almost like you already have like this bond with this person, a very strong bond to like on a different level. You know how, like, for example, you have that friend that you go out for coffee with and just chill. You have that friend that's more like, into adventures. They love like the road trips and stuff like that. And then there's like the people that bring out aspects of you, like your creativity or spirituality, or give you that down to earth advice. You have that those particular people in your life that are like the go-tos, like, okay, yeah, I want to do this. This person's gonna love that. It'd be a great connection. So I feel like that kind of a thing. And I feel like this person's really good for you, especially when you're trying to gain more insight to self on a spiritual level, trying to gain connection, how to connect with angels, how to connect with guides, how to connect to source. I feel like this person is that kind of a person where they do more like energy work, and I feel like some other people around you aren't ready for that. Sorry about that, guys. If you heard that, that's just my upstairs neighbors. So I apologize. But there could be like this frustration. It's just like, oh my gosh, like I thought that this would be a good connection, and it's almost like you got to get off your high chair, and you gotta take care of this battle. You got to stand up for this person, because it's just like, oh my gosh, I made a mistake. Like, they're kind of eating her. I'm gonna say her as an example, eating her alive. It's just like, you got to get up and you got to fix this, because this isn't right. You're trying to level up, and when you level up, you sometimes have to you want to be that different person. You want to be that person that stands up for people. Like, if you want change, you have to start with change. And I know that sometimes it's not easy. I know I've been there, where you want to upgrade yourself, and not a lot of people around you are ready for that kind of thing. So it's just like you kind of get pushed to the side. But it's almost like, if you're on a particular journey, and there's people who will accept it and people won't accept it. And it's just like, wow, you're associating with these kind of people now. And it's just like, yeah, because this is what I want to get into. You know what I mean? And it's about stepping up and being there and being Queen of Pentacles. It's just like, this is it. You know what I mean? Just practice patience. Practice patience, because there's definitely there's some sort of, I'm looking at this card here, and I kind of see like a labyrinth getting to the core of a situation, and I feel like this whatever this is, it's almost going to help you grow from the inside out. I feel like things are going to get passionate. I feel like things are going to get heated because you're dealing with sort of core things, especially with your root, especially your root chakra. So whatever is your foundation, whatever is your stability, yeah, whoever this is, you resonate with them on a deep level, and you got to get off your high horse. You got to get off the side chair and come down to a level where it's just like, hey, like, this isn't okay. Maybe before it was like, it's like, you know, you were different. Maybe, you know, it's like getting into like the juicy details, you know, rumors and like, you know, like two-faced kind of thing. And it's just like, I don't want to deal with that anymore. Like, I kind of want to grow from that because I can see what it does to people, and I'm just turning my away from that. I'm just not interested in that. This Arrows card, it is that very, it's like wanting to, it's something resonating on a very deep, passionate level. It's about connecting to your celestial senses, and I think it's important to like take a pause and get a grip of what's going on around you, because there's growth, there's your conscious is calling out for growth out. You know, it's almost like, okay, let's grow out of this. This isn't for us. Like, this isn't our thing, you know. And this milk and honey, it's about practicing self-care. This may be this kind of feels like uneasy energy where you're trying to escape from what's going on, and you escaping, it just makes it feel worse because it's just like, man, I should really stand up and say something about it. But it's almost like, I want to say, like, give it a rest. Like, I think you've been avoiding something for a little while, and it's almost like it's time to, like, especially with Seven of Wands, like, I got this protective layer. It's like, no, I'm not interested in that. I'm in my own place with my own things. You know, it's almost like you want to disassociate yourself from it's people or places or like your habits of who you are as a person, and connect with something that's a little more resonant to who you are. And I feel like Celestite is a really great crystal to use for that kind of thing, is connection with consciousness, whether it's inner or higher consciousness. Okay. All right, Pile 2, thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I hope you have a wonderful August. Take care. Bye now. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome. So this is your August reading. If you picked the Rhodonite, you're in the right place. So let's get started. Okay, so here is Rhodonite. I have a Rhodonite here, and it's pink and black. When it comes to Rhodonite, it's good for clearing away emotional wounds, past scars, and it nurtures love. This is very heavily connected with the heart chakra, so it's also about healing relationships. Whenever I see this crystal, I always think about you know, the pink kind of it's almost like a healing energy, and the black is just kind of like the scars that are left over, or it's just being overcome by this pink color. So it's a very healing energy. I really love it, and yes, it is really great for the heart chakra. So let's get started on the reading, see what's going on for you, Pile 3. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so we have the Five of Cups reversed, okay, and then we have the Death card. I'm pretty sure we got the Death cards in one of the other piles as well, so that's interesting. And the Sun card. Okay, I feel like something can go either way. Like, I feel like the Death card, like this sense of rebirth is coming in. It's almost like it can go either way. You can stay in this energy of like holding on to things, or you can go on to this with a different perspective. But let me just continue on. So we got milk and honey. that came up as well, but it was in reverse. We have 31, okay. Something is more tough than love. Like it's a situation that has more, it has more toughness than love. And it's kind of giving me like this proceed with caution. It can be something that is beneficial, but it's almost like if you can handle it, just because of how different it is. I apologize if you guys can hear the music going on upstairs with my neighbors. Okay, and then the shapeshifter, and we have conjunction. Okay, wow. Okay, this is, I don't usually do relationship readings, but I'm getting a very intense sense of a relationship reading. This could be a relationship with a person. I'm feeling a person, but I'm not, it doesn't have to be a person, but I'm going to connect with it as a person because that's just the strongest thing that's coming to me. So I'm going to start with this milk and honey. It's this taste of prosperity. There's an authentic opportunity. It's almost like, here I am, this is how it is. You take it as it goes. But there's like this sense of caution with the shapeshifter and the conjunction card. I'm going to get into that a little bit. It's a very healing energy. It's about trusting your needs will be met. It's almost like I feel like someone's wearing like a like an oversized garment, like in this death card here. Very like, it's almost like a very baggy shirt, and it's just that it's like, that's kind of like the sense of commitment to it, where it's like I'm wearing you, but it's not close to my body. It's almost like hanging loose, and I feel like there's like this hanging loose situation going on. Because with the shapeshifter and this conjunction, this is very interesting. Both have like this kind of snake energy. So this is a potential for renewal, but it can also bite you. So it's almost like it depends on how you go about the situation. It's because this can be healing, but it all stems as to what your base is. So let me start with the shapeshifter. So it's a very complex, trickery, like elusive energy, very non-committal, experimental. This could be your energy, this could be the energy of the person around you. No judgment, of course, everyone does their own thing. They are looking at all opportunities and not just one. So they're very like, it's very flowy, blowy, it's just as it goes, you know. It's kind of like they don't commit to anything. They're not very hardcore with committing with anything, and it's almost like you have to kind of accept that. Maybe you guys are, especially with this conjunction, I feel like you guys are very polar opposites, just complete opposites. And I feel like this is a very conscious union. But it also a very benevolent. And it's kind of like there's no compromise in it. It's more like there's no compromising it. It's just an activation of coming together. And that's where I feel is just like you can sit in this energy of like, oh, like this isn't working out, this and this and this. But there are things that it almost brings out from you. And it's totally something that you would have never thought would have been something possible. There's like this tension. There's like this activation with tension, but it allows for this sense of expression. It's almost like comfort within discomfort, if that makes any sense. And I think you'd be surprised with what it brings. But I want to say approach with caution, because this can be healing, but this could also, like, if the way that it was explained, it was like with the shapeshifter, it's like this kaleidoscope of energy, and it can be exhausting in the long term, dancing with this kaleidoscope where there's just so many options, you know, they're not ready to settle down. They're not ready to commit to one thing. They're very like, they just want to experiment. They want to see all perspectives. And it's just like, if you can be in that energy, then great, because the one way to actually do it is just to have a central pillar of integrity, so you can have your center, so you can have your space of being grounded. So it's just like, you can go and explore with this and see where it goes, but there's always that one thing that you come back to where it's, if it's getting a little bit too unsettling, maybe it teaches you how to be more flexible, or be more like, kind of let things roll off your shoulder a little bit more. It's just, it's almost like there are aspects to learn, but it's just so uncomfortable. I'm not saying, you know, like if it becomes to the point where it's just, it's emotionally draining, it's abusive, or, you know, whatever the sense is, it's obviously, you know, there's that point to let go. But it's, I feel like in the month of August, there will be that energy of like not wanting to commit something. It's almost like I want to roll through all the options. You know, it's like I said, that loose garment. It's like, it's on me, it's there, but I'm not committed to it. You know what I mean? It's like, I'll wear it around the house. Like, it's like, I'll wear it around here, you know, but I won't wear it out, you know, that kind of a thing. I want to get, okay, I don't do this very often, but I want to get, so I'm going to be using the Archetype cards because I want to get some more information about this individual, or about this energy. So I'm going to be pulling some pulling cards on camera, just because I want to get some more information about this person or this situation, just to kind of get an idea, just more detail, because I feel like it's, like I said, it's a trickster. It's definitely a trickster, and I kind of feel like you can't really get a good base on this situation or this person. They're in and out, you know. It's like one day they're here, one day they're there, and you know what, that's fine for people. Like, if that's the way you want to live, that's the way you want to live, and that's it. Okay. Child. Orphan. Light attributes. Independent based on learning to go it alone. Conquering fear of surviving. Shadow attributes. Feeling of abandonment and stifled maturation. Okay. Seeking inappropriate surrogate families. Okay, yeah. This is very like childlike energy. Absolutely. Let me just get a little bit more. Maybe, yeah, this is definitely like an independent energy. Conquering fears of surviving. So just, it's almost like when you don't have like one fixed thing. Maybe that's what you're used to, is having one fixed thing, and just all of a sudden it's just like all these other opportunities come in. And it might be confusing for you. There might be like this kaleidoscope of different perspectives. It's just like, oh my gosh, this and that. It's just like this child. They're sitting on a plan. They're just like looking at everything from a different perspective, and it's just kind of like, it's a very freeing kind of energy, very free, very fun, very like lighthearted, light, you know. It's just kind of like whatever. Moving on, right? Okay, yeah. Destroyer. Light attributes. Releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for a new life. Shadow attributes. Intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potential. So that's what I'm saying, is if you start feeling like there is like this, if this energy is becoming destructive, it's because like it's not about, like you have your, that's what I was talking about with the, oh my god, yeah. That's what I was talking about, is your pillar of integrity. So it's kind of like something that it's almost like, don't lose yourself in this situation. Don't lose sight of your goals, of your dreams, of your aspirations. The moment that you kind of feel like it's becoming destructive and toxic, and not more life-giving, or like more, like not as regenerative, then it's time to, it's almost like, it's time to let it go. So it's you need to kind of look out in the way of that milk and honey sort of energy, where it goes from nurturing to toxic. Okay, and artist. Okay, expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. Okay, yeah. So like I said, and okay, shadow attributes. Using talent as an excuse to mistreat others. Posing as the starving artist to elicit pity. Okay, so maybe you're there to just help this person. Maybe you're there to like maybe financially support this person or the situation. But it's almost like they're trying to teach you to see beyond. Maybe that's what this death card is about. Is like seeing beyond what is reality, and it's like almost like stepping into your like a different sort of reality. It's very interesting. Okay, let me pull a Romance Angels card, because if it's something to do with an actual relationship, maybe the relationship is moving to like, you know, multiple partners, having multiple partners, just to explore, which is, you know, like what sometimes happens, you know, it's, and like I said, there's no judgment here, absolutely not. It's, you know, it's just how people want to do things, and, you know, maybe you'll be comfortable with it, maybe you'll be uncomfortable with it. It all depends on how you feel and what your basis of, what your pillar of integrity is. What's your basis? What's your, like, how you want to go about it, you know? Don't change your, oh yeah, oh God, here we go. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Yes, absolutely. So always love yourself first. This milk and honey is definitely coming out as a big thing. Respect yourself, respect what you believe is true, what your basis is, what your foundations are, what your beliefs are when it comes to, if it is like a relationship and then this other person wants to switch it or switch things around, you know, it's just like, is this right for me? And it's okay. It's okay if you want to explore other options. It's knowing where, at what point does it cross the line, and making sure that it's all out in the open. Okay, thank you so much, Pile 3. Please like, subscribe, leave me a comment, and I hope you have a wonderful month. Take care. Bye. Hi, Pile 4. If you chose the pink sapphire, you're in the right place. So let's get started. Unlike the other piles, I don't have a pink sapphire, so I apologize. Okay, so let's get started on what the pink sapphire represents. So when you're working with this pink sapphire, it's about forgiveness, it's about choosing to heal, and it's about acceptance, letting go, and it definitely works with the heart energy. And then there's like this wanting of justice, but it's almost like, just for today, I'm going to align and understanding that you're not your story, you're not your past story. It's almost like moving on with this sort of like graciousness, no matter how severe or how traumatic it is. It's almost like this, I knew it, like I kind of get that sort of energy off the pink sapphire. But let's get to this reading. Okay, so, oh my gosh, okay, so we got the Tower, yeah, okay. The Hierophant, okay. Kind of makes me want to laugh. The colors, okay, so got the Lovers reverse. Yes, there's definitely some sort of disconnection. We have the Crone. Let's move that over a little bit. We have a change in the wind reversed. Oh my god. We have little gingerbread man. We have, oops, sorry. Sparks of light. Let me move this over a little bit just to make sure that everything is in there. And against nature. So let me just make sure that everything is in. So you guys can see all of that. Of course, I'm making a mess while I'm doing it, but that's okay because it happens. Okay, so let me fix that. Okay, so all right, pile 4. You know what? I have to tell you, you are like, I feel like you're untouchable this month, honestly. Even with the Tower, this card is, I feel, is the Tower in the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. But because it's reversed, so we have the Tower here and then we have the Tower here, but it's reversed. And this is telling me that yes, there is a collapse happening, that you didn't see it coming. It's almost like the rug was swept from under you, but and it's completely unexpected. But you're seeing this as a new awareness, as a new perspective, and I kind of like, I can't help but feel like you're laughing at the whole situation. It's almost like you knew it was coming, or it's just like, oh, here we go again, like another failure, you know what I mean? But it's almost like it doesn't even bother you. And the reason why I'm getting this energy, and this is making me laugh, I had the Hierophant before and it didn't make me, like, I didn't even pay attention to the fact that this person's laughing. But with the Crone energy, I feel like I want to laugh about it. Because the Crone, it's a dangerously rich energy, and it's very magical energy to have. The Crone is an energy that's been there, done that. Nothing phases this energy. They've seen the cycles of birth, death, conflict, and regeneration. They've seen this like over and over again. It's almost like someone with a lot of experience. It doesn't have to be age, because age doesn't matter. It's almost like, it's like things have been reduced to ashes and rubble, and it's almost like, okay, let's start again. And it's almost like they laugh at it, because there's like this sense of acceptance. And some people might think might see as like, this person's gone insane, but it's almost like you've seen it so many times, it's like, whatever, like, okay, let's try a different route, you know what I mean? And that's what this is a change in the wind. Is, you have no control over this change, and that's why you're not fighting it, because you know that there's a higher good to this, and it's going to turn out the way it should be. There's going to be this new clarity. There's going to be strength. Something is going to become better from it. It's almost like you weren't really expecting this to grow, because of this, the Lovers reversed. I feel like there's like this disconnection. It's almost like there was like this aspect of uncertainty with this. There was a disconnect from this because of the uncertainty. And I feel like I said, with this is about like rumors and about rumors going around. So it's almost like, this person, it's almost like, it's like, oh my god, what a weirdo, like, this is such a big thing, you know what I mean? Like, there's like this judgment of like, this is such a big thing, and yet they're laughing about it, like they don't care. Like, it's almost like it's gone insane, and it's like, well, no, actually, it's not insanity. It's just an understanding that things have cycles, right? And that's a very strong, it's like such a strength to have. The Crone is an amazing energy. People see it as like the old hag, old witch, but the thing is, like, it's not about that. It's about the energy, the experience, and how they handle situations, in especially drastic change. Especially when you have two towers here. One is upright, and the other one's, it's almost like a reflection. Oh my god, yes, reflection. There's like a reflection of it, of like, like a reflective pool. It's just like, yes, this happened this way, but at the same time, it's like there's a reflection of like, okay, here's yes, this happened, but here's the other side of it. You know what I mean? It's almost having an instant understanding as to what happened. And the Spark of Light is such a perfect card, because it's almost like, just as this is falling apart, it's almost like there's this guiding light that guides you out of the way, out of harm's way, and it's almost like it gets you out right at that moment where the lightning strikes, and it's almost like you get out scot-free. You watch it, like, it, yeah, you know what, fine, it does, it's like, like, oh man, it fell apart. There was a lot of work put into it, but it's almost like, it's not to the point where it's almost like I didn't learn from it. There's things I knew that I did wrong, but that's okay, because now I can go back, rebuild it, and build it the right way, so that there is no tower moment next time. Or maybe you might even take a whole different angle and just change the place, and change the placement of it, just completely rewire it and make it something that's something completely different. And that's kind of what I see with this against nature. There's like this, it's almost like fill in the blank. It's like you can continue on with this picture, or you can add something different to, like it's like a mosaic or something like that, you know what I mean? And against nature does also talk about that there's things that you can't control and that are uncontrollable, and no matter how prepared we are, sometimes, you know, there's a toppling, and you know, life creates a bit of a mess for us, and it's almost like Jenga. If you pull the wrong one, the whole thing falls over. It's like, oh damn, you know, like, okay, like let's try again, you know, let's do it again. Like, it's just a fun game, you know. That's kind of what I feel. It's very, like, it's kind of playful, but I know it's a lot of work. It's like, you know, you're trying, like, you be the winner, but it's like, you know, you're the one who pulls it and it all falls apart. It's like, damn it, you know what I mean? Like, it's that kind of an energy. It's fun because you don't fight, like, you don't fight the flow, you kind of go with it, and you don't get mad because you know that there's a purpose. So for example, like Jenga's an example, and then there's like lotuses. They're such beautiful, they're beautiful flowers, but they grow in like the most like disgusting environments, like mud and like swampy, and just like, but they turn out to be the most gorgeous things, and it's just like something coming out of a bad situation. So that's kind of what I feel here. I want to pull some archetype cards, archetype cards, just to kind of get a little more information as to how this growth is going to be, or some aspects to it. And you know what, with the 5 energy, if you feel like it is actually bothering you, I feel like it's going to be something minor, because you know that, it's almost like you know that you're going to be able to regenerate. I know cookies don't regenerate, unfortunately, but it's a never-ending cookie. Sounds like a Willy Wonka kind of thing, right? But it's like, oh, maybe this person's being torn apart or whatever, and it's just kind of like, nope. No, it's almost like I expected it to happen. I expected it to happen. So, yeah, that makes a lot of sense why the pink sapphire is there. It's soothing. It's just kind of like, whatever. But moving on. And you got, you know what? You have all major arcana. This is something on the bigger picture. It's not something like a daily thing. So it's not something small either, which is probably why people are like, what the heck, like, why, like, how is this person, like, laughing about it? It's like, it's almost like, oh my god, I'm so sorry that happened. And you're kind of like, ha ha ha, you know, whatever, like, I kind of felt like it wasn't gonna happen. Actually, you know what, I'm not gonna pull this. Actually, no, you know what, I will, sorry. I'm going to pull this one, and then I'm going to pull actually another one, which is the Essential Oils Oracle card. If this doesn't pop out. Oh my gosh, yes. The Hero. Okay, I'm glad I pulled something out of it. Okay, so light attribute, passion for our journey or personal empowerment, shadow, escapism, a false sense of heroism. So I feel like it's more on the light attribute, where it's just, you just have the passion of the journey. Like, you just wanted to experience something and have it empower you and give you like a good basis. So these people are actually or climbing up a mountain. So it's something that wasn't easy. It was a bit of a challenge, but you know what? At the end of the day, it's like, you know, it is what it is. So I'm just pulling a card from the Essential Oils Oracle, just to kind of get the last bit of information. Maybe some sort of healing energy. I know you don't really, but fennel. Yeah. So, it's not my fault. True statement, I take full responsibility. Shift into your body and listen. Release the emotions you have been storing and move forward. Yep, you're moving forward. You're moving forward, and it's just like, you know what? It happened the way it happened. I take full responsibility. I'm not gonna play the blame game or anything like that. Because you know what? You're a powerful creator, and that's what's at the bottom of the deck, is awareness. Sandalwood. The true statement is, I'm a powerful creator. The trigger statement is, I never get what I want. And you're not in that. Listen to your inner voice. Release your ideas of the outcome you wish to see, and trust that you're being aligned with the universe. So it's almost like whatever happens is going to happen the way it needs to happen, and how it happens is not my business. And that's it. And that's it. You know what I mean? Like, you're fine with however it happens, and you're okay with things falling apart and just starting over. All right, Pile 4, thanks so much. Please like, subscribe, leave me a comment, and I hope you guys have an amazing August. Take care. Bye.